Hello, Salt Grows. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, how are y'all doing? Hello, Arthur from Brazil. Hello, Arthur from Brazil. How are you doing? Oh, hello. Do you remember me? I think I do. I think I do. I don't have the best memory, unfortunately. But I think I remember you, yeah. What's a toy? Oh, this is a toy for the dog. For Ripley, yeah. It's a big centipede. Yeah. The ones in real life are creepy. Oh, God. So, uh, last night I saw a video. Oh, I told you about England English and the USA English before. Yes, I remember now. Okay, yes, yes. Definitely different dialects. Yeah. And I would say that the English uh, speak proper English. When I find a centipede, I burn it. Yeah, I can understand that. Disgusting animals, man. Oh my God. I saw a video yesterday. It was a Periscope, I guess. This guy had tattoos all over his face. Oh, it was creepy. It's creepy, creepy, man. There's some scary people in this world. And like just scary, scary people in this world. Oh my God. The smell is supposed to keep the other centipedes from coming around. Yeah, I don't. A facial tattoo scary. I wanted you to know that in Turkey, teaching USA English everywhere. Oh, are they? I didn't know that. Um, no, facial tattoos aren't scary in themselves. You know, it's odd, right? It's like it's definitely something you're not used to seeing. But these these guys in this video, like, they were just scary people, like, just in how they talked and what they talked about. They were just like really creepy people. um there's there's just some people in this world, nobody don't think England English understandable. Yeah, some people might think you're scary and creepy. Yeah. Okay, that's a fair statement. Sure, I can go with that. Yeah, I can go with that. My wife showed me a picture. Um, I don't know if U.S. English is necessarily more clear. Not saying you are though. Yeah, I know. I I don't think U.S. English is American English is necessarily more clear. I think more people are just used to it because American media is so world bound. You know, so many people around the world um, have been exposed to, you know, American movies and American news. You know, but when it comes to English writers, the best writers come from England, without a doubt. You know, it's this people in England just have intuitive understanding of the English language that other English-speaking worlds don't have. No, I don't have any tattoos. No, no, I'm gonna die untattooed. I'm gonna be an untattooed specimen. Yeah. Um, my wife showed me this tattoo this one girl got, and it's a tattoo of a vagina on the back of her neck. And it's really graphic, you know, and I should get one. Uh, yeah, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like that really limits your options. You know, like how can you ever get a job with a tattoo of a vagina on the back of your neck? You know, like you can't go into anything that's customer service for sure. You know, because people are just going to be offended, and you can't go into business because no one's going to take you seriously. Um, I don't know. I'm doubtful. I'm doubtful. You know, I mean, where are you? I'm in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. My daughter got a tattoo of a skeleton of a Pokemon on her arm. And unless you know about Pokemon, you don't know what this tattoo is. You know, so I don't know what she was thinking. I'm in Montreal. Tattoos are everywhere on everyone. Yeah, well, tattoos are fairly popular. You love Pokemon, eh? So you would be able to recognize her tattoo. I looked at it and I didn't know what it was. It looked like an alligator skull or something. It was just I mean, if I were to get a tattoo, I would get a tattoo of something meaningful. You know, maybe a deep quote on life or something like that. You know, something that would provoke thought. Oh, you have lots of tattoos. Some mean stuff and some don't at all. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not going to judge, right? You know, I had an uncle that had a tattoo of the Roadrunner and one of that guy that spins around really fast. That I can't remember what he's in, but he's like an animal and he spins around real fast and he's like a tornado. And yeah, me and my brothers all have the same tattoo on our left bicep, and I thought that was cool because it's like tattoos of like these cartoon characters you see everywhere, right? And it's like, wow, man, that's pretty cool, especially when you're like 6 years old and you see them for the first time, you know. Um, but I mean, some tattoos are really like borderline uh, uh, borderline offensive, you know, like, you know, I had a friend who once had a tattoo of a swastika, and I think it was on his neck, and he got into fights all the time because of it, right? Because people would see the swastika and they would think that he was, you know, down with, you know, white supremacy and that, and you look really innocent. I want to put acid in your coffee and go on a killing spree. What? Are you a serial killer? We could talk about serial killers if you want. I've been researching them quite a bit. Um, I could be. Yeah. Uh, no, I didn't think you were. No. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of serial killers have sexual abuse in their childhood, or they've had very traumatic childhoods. I don't think there's anything wrong with killing. I eat meat. Yeah, well, I mean, that's a really loose sense of the word killing. You know, hey, how are you doing? I mean, if you were to say I don't see anything wrong with killing people, then, you know, I'd probably be a little speechless, but you probably mean to say you don't see anything wrong with killing animals. Good, you're from Canada. Oh, where from Canada are you? I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. Yeah. I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with killing animals or humans. Well, both are the same to you. Oh, geez. Well, yeah, I am a little bit. I mean, yeah, as I thought you were kidding about that. But I assume you don't kill people, right? Yeah, I eat meat. Yeah. Yeah. But I definitely. Well, that's good. Yeah. A lot of. Oh, you've never killed an animal either. Yeah. A lot of serial killers are also psychopaths. But the interesting thing about psychopaths is not the majority of psychopaths never break the law. And people aren't really aware of that. You know, the majority of them are actually functional people in society. You know, even though they tend to look at living things as objects. Oh, you break the law every day, eh? Yeah, well, that's not good. I mean, because, you know, there's going to be consequences eventually, right? You know, nobody gets, not on purpose. Okay. Yeah. Well, every time you break the law, you're rolling the dice, right? So, you know, oh, you smoke weed a lot. Okay. So is that what you mean by breaking the law? Well, I'm sure that's low priority on the police radar. You know, police aren't so concerned about that. I mean, there's far more serious crimes out there than that. You have changed my whole perspective about you, by the way. But I'm not judging. I'm not making any judgments. Because there's still a lot I don't know about you, so... But yeah, you definitely sound like a very interesting person, for sure. Oh, you have a clothing company. Yes. So would you Would you say that you have empathy? Like, do you feel bad when it's called Yard 66 sale? Oh, okay, cool. So do you feel bad when other people get hurt, or okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So, mm, yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so you're definitely not a psychopath by any means. Both the same quality though, or level. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, I eat meat, right? You know, I enjoy a good hamburger, but I don't think I could go out there and shoot the cow, right? You know, um, or I mean, this I do too. I also would eat human meat. Oh, so that sounds like a curiosity to me. You know, it's human to be curious about the morbid things. You know, there's uh I mean, a lot of people have a reaction about the most morbid type things, but there is a degree of healthy curiosity to do with that. Uh, people people are interested in interested. I just think that meat is meat, and I don't think we're that different from animals. I agree with you to an extent. I do. I mean, I recognize that, I'm a piece of meat, with a brain that has higher cognitive function, and really the only difference between me and my dog is that I have a much more developed cognitive intelligence. But my dog is also intelligent too. He's just intelligent in different ways. He can smell a cake and identify every ingredient that's in that cake. He can understand the world through the sense of smell in the way that I can't, because those parts of my brain are just underdeveloped. You know, um, so he can understand a lot of things that I can't understand or comprehend. So I'm really not much different than my dog in that way. You know. So I mean, yeah, we're just animals. I mean, we came from the same similar common ancestor as apes did. So, um, and it's interesting. Gorillas have been known to commit premeditated murder. That's actually been observed. So they have enough of a cognitive function to decide to kill a fellow gorilla, plan that killing, and then execute that killing. For whatever reason. So that's a high level of thinking. Um, Whereas my dog is probably more respondent, it's more reactive, right? So he has far less cognitive thinking, but he's more instinctual. He's more apt to just react from whatever emotion that he's going through at any given time. This, he. I don't believe anything that we believe to be proven by science. Anything that we believe to be proven by science. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Um, because I mean, lots and lots of things are proven by science. You know, um, the fact that your TV works has been scientifically proven. You know, the fact that your cell phone works has been scientifically proven. You know, I think as humankind, we are narcissistic and we believe so much stuff. Yeah, this could be a very valid point. Um, we we tend to do that, don't we? We tend to believe that the universe is designed for us. That the animals are simply there so we can clothe ourselves and use them for meals and use them for whatever purpose we seek. Yeah, that's true. We didn't make the universe. We're just like the animals, we don't understand. Yeah, I'd say there's a lot of animals we don't understand. I mean, even Coco the gorilla that knew like 2,000 signs, I don't think we completely understand the level of thinking that Coco could have had or does have. You know, um, but language is definitely key for gorillas to develop a higher level of intelligence, especially if they're taught language earlier and earlier. And if they have the fox language gene, then I don't know if they have the fox gene, but if they do, um, that would be very advantageous to their ability to learn. Um, as, but yeah, humans are narcissistic. I would agree with that. I don't like language that much. I find the purest and most real ideas or thoughts are feelings. We also invented language. Yeah, sure. I mean, well, language is a tool for communicating, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, animals do think, and they don't have language as we define it, so it does make sense that, you know, they're thinking through feelings, dreams, pictures, you know, images in their head. You know, this, all this, the more primitive parts of their brain are taking place in the language that they understand. You know, so it's and I think I don't necessarily think feelings are so random and chaotic that they tend to be treated as. I think there's a complexity behind feelings, and I think there's a vast complexity behind intuition and instinct. You know, um, there's even if we're conscious of it or not, there is a part of our brain that's doing thousands of computations, you know, every second. That's understanding something that, or already making decisions for us, or already forming our thoughts before we're even aware of it. I believe some. Oh, you believe some people could literally. move mountains with their minds. Well, if in maybe 50 years, maybe I'm not close to the idea of it. I mean, yeah, I think it's good that there's people trying to. Um, I think it's good that people experiment, with what we perceive as limitations, because if just one person out of 7 billion manages to move something with their mind, and we're able to identify that as proof, they can do it again and again and again in a reproducible effect, that science can look at it and say, yes, this is possible. People can move things with their minds. It will rewrite everything that we know about the human mind. It will literally change science. So I don't think we should just accept limitations just because we're taught them. We're taught throughout our whole lives that the mind is just in here, and the mind has no effect on the external environment. Consider science changed. Yeah, so I mean, people should be trying. You know, this is part of the human experience. If one person out there thinks it can be done, they should be trying to see if it can be done. You know, and because science today isn't necessarily science tomorrow. I mean, it's yeah, it's I mean, there's um, no, not religious. Um, More of a theist. So I believe in God, and I believe there is a God, but not in a religious context. You know, so I don't believe in like the Christian God or the Islamic God, or these type of religious prototypes of God. Um, but yeah, I'm theistic, um, so yes, I do. I do believe in God, and oh, I'm on disability for anxiety and depression, so I don't have I don't have a profession. Yeah. Oh, we gotta take you upstairs. Yeah. Well, maybe you shouldn't be talking about the deep, dark stuff. Maybe you shouldn't be talking about the deep, dark stuff. Yeah. Uh, well, most of my depression has to do with my personal life and my personal life experiences. So I don't interpret everything as dark necessarily. So oh. But yeah, something to appreciate. No, I don't smoke weed. I don't drink alcohol either. I like to go through life with a sober mind. It's a personal preference of mine. It's a it's a life choice I feel good about. I have tried both before though. Years and years and years ago. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah, I take Paxil and Risperdal. Yeah, every day. I can't do without the Paxil though. If I discontinue that, then oh man, I get nasty withdrawals. It's it's Xanax. Yeah, I've never been on Xanax, so I don't know what that's like. Mm. Yeah, I've never tried that with. Oh, it's like strong Ativan, so it's part of the family of benzodiazepines. Yeah, yeah, benzodiazepines are clonopin or clomazepam. Yeah, yeah, benzos are one of the most are the most effective medications for anxiety, but they're also highly addictive, which is a bit of a problem with them. Um, Clonazepam, yeah, I've been on that before. Yeah, I've tried that. I don't think I fared well on it though. Mm. You like my fishies? Look at my fishies. How cool is that? I could lay in a puddle all day on Xanax. Yeah, I'm sure you could. Oh gosh. Good stuff. Yeah, I've got to say you're one of the most interesting people I've met. Mm. I like to have just a small drink with my pills. Yeah, I usually take my pills with coffee, so and and a lot of people with anxiety usually enjoy their stimulants, gin and tonic. Hmm. Yeah, if it works for you. DMT. Um, no, I'm not really open to the idea of trying different drugs. Um, I like to I like to maintain my sobriety, so you know, I'm definitely not one of those people looking for a good high or anything like that. I want to try so much before I die. Oh, you sound like one of those people that feed on experiences. You know, there's some people that have a need to experience something new. Um, the things you've seen on DMT. What have you seen on DMT? Have you have you ever had a completely other worlds? Okay, gods and goddesses. Oh wow. Wow, sounds like a completely different reality. Tours of magical lands. Wow, man, I can't. Sounds like something out of a movie. That sounds that sounds crazy. I can't imagine anything like that. Yeah, that'd be too much for me. Buddhists use DMT to practice astral projection to maybe choose your never life or whatever. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, so it only lasts 10 minutes. Yeah. So you like the drugs. They say it's feeling you experience when you're born and when you die. Oh, wow. Yeah, something like that would probably freak me out. I don't think I could mentally handle that. I like I like I like normal and boring. You know, I take security in these things. I know that you could actually handle it. Yeah, yeah, maybe I could, but and I probably don't know what I'm missing, but um I don't really have a need to experience everything there is, you know? I mean, you don't have to. I'm not pushing. I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure there's and I'm sure the experience is something that, I don't know what I'm missing, you know, I'm sure of that because, I haven't experienced it, like I know some things like you just don't get it until you experience it, right? You know, um, some things aren't so easily explained in words, right? You know, like my mom's boyfriend used to be like heavy into drugs in his earlier years, and he told me one time, he said, Darryl, He said there's drugs out there that will make you feel better than you ever thought possible. Like you never knew that your body could feel this good. And I'm just thinking like, wow, that's like, that's gotta be something. Better than I even think I could feel, you know. It sounds amazing. Um, it's interesting to hear about. I don't do drugs for the body high, more the spiritual growth I gain from it. Okay. Yeah, I can appreciate that. You know, there is something. There's definitely something spiritual about this world. Can't really put your finger on it, but only done DMT a couple of times. It's not something you want to like to do every day. Right, right. Like heroin. Oh yeah, okay. So it's not as addictive, you're saying, in